There's no more room for error at the 2024 World Junior Hockey Championship.
Silences the crowd.
The quarterfinals kick off with Finland and Slovakia.
Scores! Slovakia flexes its offensive muscles.
Canada battles Czechia in a rematch of last year's gold medal game.
Somebody scored! What a goal by Beckman Celebrity!
Latvia is the next test for the Americans in their quest for gold, while the hosts, Sweden, try to regroup against the Swiss.
Otto Stenberg strikes.
What a rip.
It's win or go home. The quarterfinals from Gothenburg are next. Well, today marks the final day of games we'll see at Frölundaberg. Never easy to say goodbye, but the stakes could not be any higher here today. Slovakia hasn't made it beyond the quarterfinals since 2015. But this year's team has loads of firepower, including the tournament's leading scorer, Slovak Petrovsky. And then there's Finland, who's proving that it's not about how you start, but how you finish. After a tough beginning to these World Juniors, they bring a 2-game win streak into today's quarterfinals. And with that, hello and welcome here inside the TSN studio, and a Happy New Year to all of you watching us here. I'm your host, Laura Dyken, joined alongside our analyst, Dave Reed. And yes, it is a big day at these 2024 World Juniors quarterfinal Thursday. And here are the other matchups that are coming up today from Sweden. Canada's quest for the three-peat kicks into high gear. They're facing off against Czechia in a rematch of last year's gold medal game. And then it's the U.S. and Latvia, followed by the hosts and Switzerland. Yes, just a jam-packed day, the final day with 4 games on the schedule. Quarterfinal number 1 features 2 teams who kind of had mirror images of each other when it comes to this tournament. For Finland, stumbled out of the gate with 2 straight wins, were able to right the ship and coming off that big win over the host Swedes. And then on the other side, Slovakia, 3-0 start at this tournament for the very first time, but missing out on a chance to finish in first place in the group after being humbled by the U.S. the last time out. But you can throw that all out the window now because it's down to 1 game. And as we've seen before, anything can happen. With more, here's Dennis Bayak.
Slovakia coming off a bad third period against Team USA, but they'll put that behind them in preparation for this quarterfinal game. What has Slovak Petrovsky done to lead this tournament in scoring?
Well, I could answer in one word: everything. But he has. It doesn't matter if you're on the power play, you're on the penalty kill, you're at even strength. He's done so many things. It's reflected in the scoring. Obviously, he's the tournament's leading scorer. But he's so smart. He's so gifted. He can make plays. He can shoot the puck. He plays everywhere on the rink. He plays in every single significant situation. More than that, Dennis, he makes an impact in all those situations. And in a quarterfinal game where it's either win and stay or lose and go home, Petrovsky's going to be a big key to Slovakia, who I see as the favorite in this game.
And quarterfinals not good for either of these teams last year. Slovakia lost in overtime to Canada. Finland lost to Sweden. Laura.
And some good news for Slovakia as their stud goaltender Adam Gajan back in the lineup here today. Missed out on that final preliminary round game against the U.S. So him being in net, how much confidence does it give this team?
Well, this is huge. He had 36 stops against Switzerland in a game where Switzerland absolutely dominated Slovakia, and Gajan was the difference. The main reason that Slovakia is in this position is because of Adam Gajan. He has been solid throughout the tournament with a .934 save percentage, Chicago's second-round pick. But before you get to Adam Gajan, you need players. Martin Sturback, a defenseman for Slovakia, Buffalo's second-round pick in 2023, has been absolutely outstanding in his 3rd World Championship. He is going to be under some extreme pressure against Finland. Finland is just starting to find their offensive game. After that loss to Germany, Finland really seemed to, let's pick this thing up. Let's really get this thing going. Against Sweden, it was a completely different team. Both Gajan and Sturback are going to see plenty of Yuri Lasia, the captain, and Kasper Halttunen. These 2 guys lead the offensive charge. Halttunen is the San Jose's second-round pick in 2023. He has got an absolutely rocket of a shot, and he's not afraid to use it on a consistent basis. Finland is going to be looking to get offense going early in this game and they want to push the pace. They did it against Sweden, and I expect the same against Slovakia.
Big questions on both sides, right? Will the Slovaks be able to rebound after that 10-2 loss to the U.S.? And yeah, for Finland, will we see that team from the opening 2 games or the one we saw the last 2? Because with tournaments like this, of course, it's all about building and getting stronger as the tournament goes on. It is quarter-final day at these 2024 World Juniors, and all the action kicks off next from Gothenburg here on TSN.
By Canada on this day last year, Slovakia looks to get to the next level and play for a medal. Finland lost to Sweden in the quarters last year after medaling in both previous World Junior tournaments. It's Slovakia versus Finland. Referees Daniel Eriksson of Sweden, Mark Pierce of British Columbia. The linesmen are Jeremy Fauché of Quebec, along with Tim Hefner of Germany. Nicholas Coco is 0-2 with an .877 save percentage in 2 games played. But the 6'4" Seattle pick out of Karpat will start for Finland, and Adam Gajan at 3-0, a .934 save percentage, will start for Slovakia. He has not played since Friday. Lauri Mikkola wants the effort that his team put forth in the shootout loss to Sweden, and Ivan Finesh needs the team that he saw for the first 38 minutes against Team USA, as Slovakia suffered its only loss in the preliminary round. Quarter-final Tuesday here in Gothenburg, and it starts with Slovakia and Finland. Petrovsky's line will start. Lasala's line will start for Finland, and Finland to the attack early. At the line for Pulkkinen. He'll play this down low. Nakarainen for Finland trying to work it free. Nakarainen at the side of that loses it against the checking of Sikora, and it's cleared out at center ice and banked off the boards and in. Jesse Pulkkinen for Finland will send it to the near side. Kulunumi. And he'll play it back in behind his own net. Pulkkinen will settle it down as the teams will start their initial change. On at center, young Helenius will send it in. Comes to Helenius. It's worked into the slot. Quick shot, never got to Gajan as that got blocked as Mishiak went down in front of it. Comes off the border boards, corralled on the near side, but no room there to clear for Pekarchuk. But then Dvorsky will skate it out. And Dalibor Dvorsky with the long wrist shot, and Coco with some confidence makes the glove save.
Helenius gets the puck deep into the corner, then a wide open shot in the slot here, and Mishiak gets right out on him and blocks that shot. You're in a quarterfinal game, you're doing everything you can to make sure you give everything you have.
One roster change, there's a shot. Slinka let that one go. For Slovakia, not in the lineup and off the roster because of injury is Alex Chirnik. And Peter Cesar, plays for Fargo in the USHL, makes his debut. Nice move centered out front. And Milan Pisoli was there to clear that away for Slovakia. Centered back to the short side, another good defensive play, and now Slovakia in on the attack, but the pass for Hanzik was intercepted. Right back in, Holkonen ripped it from the right side, and Adam Gajan makes the stop.
Lateral backhand passes in the neutral zone versus Finland, not going to work. And that's not a good play by Peter Repchik. Now quickly turned around, Holkonen, who has got the excellent shot right into the chest of Gajan.
Finland started 0-2 and then came up with a big win in a shootout over Sweden.
If you're Finland right here playing in this game, you want to create doubt early for Slovakia. Slovakia's played well, save for the last 22 minutes of the USA game, but they played very well. So you come into this game, you're feeling good about your game, and Finland, who we know gets into these types of games and understands what the stakes are, I see Slovakia as a better team. Not by much, but better. But Finland has that edge in saying, okay, we're going to test you. We're going to see what you can do versus stress.
And I would suspect it was not difficult for Slovakia to forget about that final 22 minutes, simply because they didn't have Adam Gajan in goal. Not to blame it all on the goalies, but blame it all on the goalies. Sikora will send this in. Slovakia had started 3-0 for the first time ever. Moshko will chase this back. Marian Moshko, 1 goal in this tournament. A rookie at Cornell. Wanted goals for Adam Sikora, and Sikora will send it in. Pulkkinen tries to play it up the left side boards. The Minnesota draft pick in 2023. And on it goes out at center, poking it out of harm's way, Haminaho. But it is back into the finish end of the ice. Louis turned it over at center. They'll back on the regroup with Hellenius. And he'll put it in behind his own net. Pulkkinen plays it through. Shot from the high slot by Kaskamaki.
Adam Gajan, who, along with Trey Augustine, Trey only played in 2 games, Adam played in 3. After the group play, I don't think there was any question that Adam Gajan was a key goaltender. If there was an all-star team for the group play, Adam Gajan would have got my nod for the goaltender.
Congratulations, by the way, on your buttonology.
I've retired it. Once you go perfect in pool play for the first time ever, you just don't even try again.
Yeah, why bother? Played back to the blue line, and a bouncing puck gets cleared out at center. Painiemi turns back into his own zone for Finland, but the shot from the far side is turned away by Koko, and back out at center ice it comes. Radivojevic all the way back into his own end. Radivojevic will play it on, and the lead pass by Rybchik will end up on an icing call.
Rush chance. Finland's so good at getting back into defensive posture, but Slovakia has been very good at getting bodies in and around the net, and you can even see where Hanzik gets a little blade of on that puck. Pucks to the net and bodies, and Slovakia's had a lot of success with that in the tournament to date.
Radivojevic will play it around the boards, and it gets cleared out. Dalibor Dvorsky leads Slovakia in face-off, 63.4% success, winning 40 of 63. That is 4th best in the World Junior Championship. Peter Cesar, number 23, makes his debut for Slovakia. Send it in the corner, David Netny, number 5, one of the 10 players in his 3rd World Junior Championship for Slovakia. He's back in the lineup after missing the last game. Frantisek Day sends it in. Slovakia starts a change, stir back from the line, lets the shot go. That gets blocked. Painiemi will play it behind his own net. And a little bit of room for Arttu Karki. He elects to turn all the way back in behind his own net. OHL rookie with the Sioux Greyhounds. Having a great season with 16 goals and 30 points in 30 games for Karki. Demis puts this off the boards.
They were close to too many men on the ice, Finland was.
Comes back to the blue line. Mashar floats to the near side. Mashar going after a loose puck in behind the net. Leaves it for Sikora. Sikora will send it back at the line. Zapka's shot. And that gets blasted right into the shin pads of Emil Hennig. Back forward is Sturback. Try to slip this on for Sikora. Intercepted. It's turned over at the neutral zone. Kulanumi will start the attack up for Finland. Plays it up through center. Gets deflected in by Karkarainen. Goes after it. Gets a little bit of help. Back to the line it comes. And the shot from Kulanumi is deflected up and out of play.
Maxim Sturbeck has been simply outstanding in this tournament, but defensemen trying to alleviate pressure, not adding to a little check there, and he just pushes the puck back up the boards, and now he knows he's got support, and now that puck comes out of the zone. Maxim is so good when the puck is on his stick. He doesn't add problems to the game. He understands, okay, that's the easy play, that's a simple play. I'm not going to create any type of issue for my teammates. So steady, poised.
6 points for him so far in this tournament. Rister from the line, deflected wide. Koskanaki got that one through some traffic. Radivojevic back for Slovakia. On it goes at center, back to Sturbeck, averaging 23 in 3 minutes per game, 23:03. A little bit deceiving on that because his ice time came way down in the third period of that loss to Team USA. And this is going to be an icing call. Faceoff will come back into the Slovakian zone.
Konsta Helenius, a terrific prospect for the 2024 draft. He's playing in the SM Liga, and he is playing exceptionally well, not just for a 17-year-old, but for any player. Puck kind of skips and bounces in on Gayan, but Gayan with just a really good positioning, make sure that puck isn't going to get past him.
Keskinen up for the face-off for Finland and wins it. Keskinen coming into this game at 62.2% in the face-off department. That is 6th best in this tournament, winning 28 of 45. Has a goal and 3 points. Holtonen, who can really shoot the puck. Holtonen plays it around. Otto Salin is in from the line. Gets turned over, and Radivojevic will play it, and this will be another icing call against Slovakia. So here's the buttonology that we mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Well done.
You know what? A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. I'm not going to go get glasses, though. I'm not kidding myself. There was
Take credit where credit is due. You like Slovakia in this game.
I do. The buttonology, in the original buttonology, I had Canada beating Czechia. I had USA beating Latvia.
Taken off the draw. Controlled in the corner by Kulanumi. He'll try to slip it back to the blue line. It comes all the way out at center. Keskinen will hustle back. Or Väisänen, rather, hustling back. And play called. Quarterfinal Tuesday here in Gothenburg, and Finland and Slovakia started. Krovsky to lead the way. Gavin Brindley has 8 points. Brindley has 6 goals, which leads the tournament in goal scoring. And then Celebrini and so on down the line. And Frank Nazar has 8 assists. No goals, 8 assists. So the 8 assists leads the World Junior Championship in that department. It will be Canada and Czechia next. And back in this building, USA will take on Latvia. And it wraps up with Sweden and Switzerland tonight. Holtonen, that shot goes off, or rather Hemenio lets the shot go, that goes off the stick to the far side corner. Comes around the boards. Hemenio trying to track it, but it gets away from him. And this will slide all the way back down the ice. And Väisänen will go back, but this will be icing called against Slovakia.
Adam Gayan, very alert here. Quick little pass trying to be made into the front of the net, and Gayan gets that stick down, intercepts the pass from Kassala, trying to hit Hemenio.
Lassila, the captain of the Finland team, 2 goals, 5 points for him in this tournament. Helenius with a face-off win, shot from the line by Arttu Karkki, didn't get through. Karkki has it again. The U20 championship with Tapara last year for Karkki.
Slovakia looks tentative here early. Earlier in the tournament, Bonzik would have made that pass to Sturback across, and they would have got on the attack. Bonzik preferring to just get the puck into the offensive zone.
Cesar will send it in, and we talked about that, how Slovakia would start this game. Would they start like we're the better team and we're going to show you that? Or would they be a little tentative? And it looks as they are a little tentative.
They were really coming through the neutral zone, up on the play, but they're playing it safe. The fantastic words of Craig Ramsey, coach of the Slovak national team, won a bronze medal at the Olympics. Safe is death.
The game is scoreless. Sometimes the opening goal of the game, no matter which team gets it, kind of changes the complexion of the game. Here's a short side try. Coco may have got that right shoulder up on that chance by Machar. Sturback back into his own end, on for Moshko. Moshko will send it on for Servac Petrovsky. Sikora waits for it to come around the boards. He'll take a bump there from Pulkkinen. Sikora stays on it. Gets some help from Petrovsky, who tries to bring it to the front of the net. And now it does come loose, and Pulkkinen will just flip it out of harm's way. It'll be right on Gayan. And he will hang on to it.
Philip Machar right off the face-off has a really clear path to the net. He chips it past Garkey, and then right to the net he comes, and he tries to go short side. He just misses it. He had that upper part of the net. You can see, I mean, again, 6'4" goaltender making himself 4'6". Why do you want to give him the net?
And there was room there.
Oh, there sure was. That would be where Machar misses. Coco gets a break. Coco gets a break, excuse me.
7 points in the tournament for Philip Machar. Off the face-off, Holttunen trying to drive that to the net. That got blocked. Maybe some friendly fire there on Oivu Keskinen. And it will carry him back into the Finland zone. Cross-ice pass is intercepted by Sikora. Drops for Machar. Philip Machar gets it back at the line. Zatka will play it around for Dalibor Dvorsky. Dvorsky watched by Heiskanen. Slovakia starts a change with the puck in the offensive zone. And now gobbled up. And some room for Manistu. He'll dish it off. Shot to the short side, and Adam Gayan will take that up high, and he will hang on to it. The floater from the right side from Holttunen.
Shot gets deflected, but Holttunen picks it up, and he's a shooter. He's not a hesitant to take that puck and shoot it. Nice play by Gayan, reading the play, moving right over, making sure there's no rebound. Holttunen's had an excellent season with London in the OHL.
Maybe it's just me, but I see a lot of Patrick Laine's style of shooting the puck in Holttunen's game.
100% agree.
Chipped off the boards and out the center by Pekarchuk. Mishiak will drive it the rest of the way in. Coco comes in, gets a piece of it. Dvorsky gets tied up on the far side. And stuffed out at center ice. And giving chase is Emil Hemming. This is kept in at the blue line. Painiemi around the boards for Finland. Stapled to the near side wall was Pekarchuk. And it's cleared, and another icing call here against Slovakia.
Finland's doing a really nice job in the offensive zone. Slovakia has been so good at using the reverse to come out of the zone and then being able to move up the ice. But they're taking away the reverse, they're stepping up at the blue line, and then they're closing back on the reverse. It's creating some problems for Slovakia early in this first period.
Mentioned Holttunen in London, 20 goals for him so far. 12 of the 20 have come on the power play. Pulkkinen tried to drop it back, and Pekarchuk breaks that up. Pekarchuk gets it on for Ripchick, and Ripchick will send it in. 3 goals and 6 points for Peter Ripchick so far in the tournament. That's exactly what he was last year. 3 goals and 6 points. This gets dropped off. Back pass in front of the net. And that got deflected away with a nice back pass by Lassila. In from the line, Hulkkonen. Hulkkonen trying to get that to the front of the net, intercepted and right back up for Samuel Honzik. Honzik for Ripchick and back for Honzik. He'll send it back. Zelenka looking for a lane to the net. Throws it to the front, intercepted. And right back up the ice for Lassila. Off the backboards it goes. Koskamaknik first on the loose puck. Gets it back to the line, but it got away from Karki. Speaking of good starts, Arttu Karki. 16 goals and 30 points in 30 games with the Sioux Greyhounds. And 11 of his 16 goals have come on the power play. It is jammed up. Meshar plays it around for Boris Zopka. Zopka for Petrovsky, lost control of it. And a break in on the backhand for Neiman. And stopped by Gayan. Yanni Neiman tried to lift it high backhand. And Adam Gayan with a huge save to keep this zeros. Neiman trying to center back to the line. Karki with the shot. Traffic in front of the net. Gayan down. And it is in between the pads. And he finally dives out and will smother it. Turned over at the offensive line. And Yanni Neiman. And just off the glove.
Trying to make a play, can't get a handle on it, but Yanni Neiman, a long ways in, a lot of thought to this. Gayan keeps that glove up and makes sure it can't get up and over it into the net. The first great scoring chance of the first period. 23 shots on goal coming into this game for Yanni Neiman. He leads Finland in that department. Finland came into the game with 142 shots on goal. That is second most only to Team USA in this World Junior Championship. And to finish the Neiman story, it was his goal in the shootout that gave Finland the win over Sweden. Sweden's only loss in the preliminary round. Knocked off the stick of Tommy Manistu, a rookie in the NC2A at Michigan State, so he's going against his teammate, Maxim Sturbach. Back for Pulkkinen. The center ice. That's as far as that play gets. This gets cleared back by Koskapurdi. Sent across, and Adam Gayan again is just going to hang on to it. Lots of face-offs in the Slovakian end of the ice here in period 1. There's Neiman, so has the breakaway. The last time he was on a breakaway, it clinched the victory for Finland in that New Year's Eve game versus Sweden. It's always a thrill for any Finnish player to beat Sweden New Year's Eve at the World Junior Tournament. Maybe a little more meaning to kick in the new year.
Finland trying to get back into medal play. They've been there quite a bit over the last number of years. 2015, the last time Slovakia medaled.
Quick play, Adam Zelinka makes a really good move here, and he uses his speed. He doesn't stop, and he's going to attack. A backhand into Coco, but the initiative. Jump on it, skate, play on your toes.
Finland with gold in 2019 in BC, gold 2016 at home, and gold 2014 in Sweden. Near side slap shot from the near side from Meshar, gets turned away by Coco. Sikora's on it. Sikora sends it for Sturback. Sturback gets pressured on the far side from Karkarainen. Slovakia will control. Meshar has it inside the line, sends it deep off a stick. Sikora steals. And then Sikora gets tied up and spun around by Paniemi. Sturback will hold this in. Skates it to the middle of the ice, gets it on to Meshar. Meshar will play it down. Some O-zone time now for Slovakia, and a sharp angle try there by Dvorsky. Dvorsky on the turnover, brings it right back, spins it back to Karchuk. He tried to swing that across for Mishiak. As the pass for Pekarchuk, maybe just a little in behind him.
Another Slovakia now hopefully recognizing that the Finnish defense doesn't handle the puck very well. So put pressure on it. You're going to get turnovers from that blue line. They're not good with the puck. They're not crisp with the puck. We've seen a number of turnovers already in this first period.
Zapka gives chase on the far side, and a good defensive play by Zapka, and then Yanni Niemann loses his footing and goes down. Puck kept in the Finland zone. Pekarchuk goes after it. Karki there, but Pekarchuk takes it away from him, brings it to the side of the net. Now cleared in Koskamaki. Dropped off. Helenius. Try to play it back to the line, and this will get away from Karki. Coco turns it over, and at the open net, Peter Ripchuk sent the backhander wide. Glorious opportunity for Slovakia.
That's twice now Finland is close with too many men on the ice penalty. Guy going off, guy already on the ice, playing the puck in front of the situation.
Halted and after it, Moshko gets there first. Moshko will send it around. Sturback will start the attack back for Slovakia. Coco clears, but it's trapped on the far side by Cesar. Gets some help. Sturback at the line. Near side, Moshko into the slot. One-timer off the backboards. It comes. Kuchenberg in looking for a loose puck. And Coco will smother it and will get a face-off. Peter Ripchuk with a tremendous look to give Slovakia the lead.
All the stars, all the skills,
Are you kidding me?
and all the sellers.
Was that something?
He wants form, especially in front of the home crowd.
NHL Network is all in for All-Star Weekend, live from Toronto, only on NHL Network.
Improve your hockey skills at home like never before with NHL Sense Arena, the next generation of at-home hockey training for players and goalies in virtual reality. Step into an NHL arena where you can train anytime, anywhere, with drills and training plans designed to improve your read and react skills so that you can elevate your hockey sense and make more plays. Train like a pro. Be an NHLer. Available on MetaQuest.
The Pepsi Zero Sugar NHL Goalie Challenge is free and easy to play. Every week, all season long, pick 3 teams and earn points based on teams' goalie performances. You could win NHL game tickets and other great prizes. Play at NHL.com/Pepsi Goalie Challenge.
Glorious opportunity here for Peter Ripchuk. And Coco, he decides to get in on the turnover game. We saw a number of turnovers by the Finnish defense, and Reptic, he looks at that replay, he's going to realize he had a little bit more time and maybe just move a little bit further. A lot more net to work with.
His third World Junior Championship long floater into Adam Gajan, and Gajan will make the save and hang on to it.
Well, there will be no comparisons on that play to Martin Brodeur.
You can see the expression on Ripchik's face. He knows that there was a glorious chance there, but you're right, Craig. Finland has been guilty of some turnovers in its own end of the ice.
That's why it's important for Slovakia. Keep the pressure on. You're going to get those opportunities.
Another icing call. Sikora couldn't get a stick.
You're looking for openings. You're looking for areas of weakness that you can exploit. So you know you've had lots of success in the offensive zone. You put pressure on. Now keep the pressure on. They are showing you, Finland is, that they can be susceptible to that pressure and give you some good pucks and spots where they can't make a play.
Maxim Sturback getting a little attention at the Finnish bench. Salin lets the shot go. Otto Salin, the wristers turned away by Gajan, came back to him at the line, mishandled it. And it's out at center. Haminaho plays it back into his own zone. Haminaho will now lead the attack as he takes the drop pass from Lasila. Haminaho circling, tried to dance his way to the inside. Does! Takes it to the net. Gajan down short side. Save made. Puck still loose. And grabbed off and flipped on for Adam Sikora. And this will go off a stick and into the Finland bench.
Haminaho gets his puck, he maneuvers, finds a way to slice his way inside, and then he sees a path to the net and comes right in. Sikora disrupts him, number 14, the captain, with a play on his stick, and he doesn't get clean across, but being able to react to what's open to him and try to take advantage. Very gifted offensive player, drafted by the New Jersey Devils.
Speaking of the New Jersey Devils, how would Slovakia like to have Simon Nemec in the lineup today? But after starting the season in the American Hockey League, he is full-time with the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, certainly Ivan Fenish. Last year they had Simon Nemec and Juraj Slavkovsky didn't take part. This year there was no expectation that Slavkovsky would be here, but maybe a little bit of hope for Nemec.
Nemec played 26 minutes and 14 seconds. That was his average per game ice time last year. That led the World Junior Championship, and the other night against Boston was over 21 minutes of ice time. So he's not just an extra body in New Jersey. A lot of that started with the injury to Dougie Hamilton, created some room on the blue line. No score here in the opening period, under 2 minutes to go. Finland and Slovakia getting quarterfinal Tuesday underway. Sturback will wind it into the Finland zone, lets the long shot go. Koko turned it away. Koskapurdi sends it to the corner and then turns heads up ice, and then will head to the bench on a line change. And Kulanumi will park in behind his own goal. He'll leave it there for Karki. Karki's pass up the middle. Helenius had to get away from him. Helenius and Kemets to the backboards they go. Kemets second on this Slovakian team in average per game ice time. The third-year defenseman with the Prince George Cougars. Kemets floats the long pass looking for Samuel Honzik, and he could not get contact with the puck, so an icing call.
Recent first-round picks. Slavkovsky, he 1-2. Dvorsky went 10th. Bayshore went in the same draft with Slavkovsky and Nemec, but this is really a golden age. The 2004 borns, Dvorsky's in 05, so is Sturback. But a real golden age for Slovakia with the upcoming talent and skill that we're going to be seeing play in international hockey for years to come.
Kemets puts this off the boards, and this will be another icing call. Face-off will come back.
Kemets in his third World Junior Tournament.
Four assists so far in the tournament for Kemets. Look at Samuel Honzik, who came into this tournament with just 5 games played this season, injured at the Calgary Flames training camp. He, of course, missed a lot of action last year in the back half after getting hurt against Team USA at the World Junior Championship. And then after that injury in Flames camp, just getting back in, has played 5 games for the Vancouver Giants. Pass back to the blue line, gets away from Pulkkinen. Honzik goes after it with Pulkkinen. Down goes Honzik, and that brings a reaction from the Czechia fans and the Czechia bench. Radovojevic floats one from the right point. And Koko takes that in the midsection and hangs onto it.
This is a big player battle. Honzik finds a way to get inside on Pulkkinen, and then they're able to scrub that puck out, and Radovojevic into the net area. Pretty simple save for Koko.
A Seattle Kraken draft pick. Back to the line for Sturbach, and this will make its way out at center. And we'll put this back into the Finland zone. Dying seconds here in period number 1. Koko sends it around the boards. Gets controlled by Nakarainen. Nakarainen gave way. Side of the net, Sikora. And Koko with the left pad down as Sikora takes that away from Nakarainen.
Slovakia wins the faceoff. Sturbach doesn't handle it at the point, but then Sikora down low, and he sees a path to the net, and he's bringing that hard into the area. That left leg of Koko holding strong.
Ainiemi and Nakarainen, little miscommunication over on the far side boards. And Sikora takes this right to the net.
Referee's talking to Ivan Fenish right here, so we're going to wait for the face-off. After those last 22 minutes for Slovakia against the USA, where it clearly got away from them, you can understand why Slovakia might want to be a little bit tentative coming out in this quarterfinal. Get their game rooted. Let's not give up any real big chances.
So the puck will get dropped to Philip, and the rebound put to the net, but I don't think this will count. 1.7 seconds left when they drop the puck. Philip Bashar gets a shot to the net. Adam Sikora puts it in, and will this count?
Well, Adam Sikora, who drove that puck to the net that led to this face-off. Bashar, quick shot. This is going to be close. We got the clock. Rebound. No goal. It was close, though.
Hear the buzzer just before this gets deposited to the back of the net.
So there's the clock, 1.2, 1 shot, 6, 4, 2, and it went to 0. But it went from 0.2 of a second though to 0. It didn't go to 1/10 of a second. Why is that? No, I'm asking the question.
And then that's a legit question. Like, did it skip?
I know what the clock says. The puck's not across it when it went up, but why did it go from 2 to 1? And you can see, yeah, so it is going by 2.
Well, there's a 5. The 5 slipped in there.
Yeah, it's not a goal.
Bottom line is, I don't think it's going to count.
No.
After reviewing the play, the puck crosses the goal line with 0.2 seconds left of the first period. We have a goal.
Adam Sikora at the buzzer.
Off the face-off, though. So Sikora drives the puck into the crease area that led to the face-off. And then Bashar, right off the face-off, a little flip play comes to the net. And Sikora follows it up.
Can all that happen in 1.7 seconds?
Yes, we saw the Boston Bruins do it at .08.
A shot, a rebound, and Adam Sikora. So they're going to have an official puck drop here. Because technically there's 0.2 seconds left on the clock. Finland may have challenged this play, or
they're just trying to figure out the time on the clock, right? Should be 0.2 of a second.
So lots of discussion going on here now with the Finland bench. And now the puck gets dropped and the first period comes to an end. And a wild end to period one, to say the least. As Adam Sikora gets his second, or his first rather, of this World Junior Championship. And Slovakia will go to the dressing room with a 1-0 lead. So officially, 1959, Sikora from Meshar. 1-0 Slovakia, one period done.
And here we were, expecting to go into the first intermission 0-0, but nope, the Slovaks had other ideas. Let's hear now from Dalibor Dvorsky with our Dennis Bayak.
With 1.7 seconds left, did you think it was possible to get the late goal?
Yeah, I mean, it's always possible to score, and I'm so happy that Siki did it. So it's so good for us to come into the second with a 1-goal lead.
How did you guys handle the third period against Team USA and then get ready for this quarterfinal game today?
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that happens. We just analyzed the game and, we prepared better for this game. So, we're ready to play, and we'll do everything we can do for, to win this game.
2 goals, 4 points for you. How has this tournament gone for you?
No, it's gone good. I think I just try to help the team win in every game. And that's what I do. Just do my best every time I'm on the ice.
Thanks for this. Good luck.
Thank you.
We don't want to call Dalibor Dvorsky a liar, but come on. 1.7 seconds left. We thought this one's all wrapped up. We're going to talk about a low event period. There weren't any penalties. It felt like there were more icings than dangerous scoring opportunities. Yeah, but officially it's going to go down in 1959. But yeah, 0.2 seconds left on the clock. Colorful language in the studio as well, I will say.
It was an exciting finish, no question. Very interesting when you look at this. These are plays that you never practice. You don't practice. How do you defend when you've got 2 seconds left on the clock or less? Well, you defend. You try to win the draw, no question about it. You're going to see the captain of Finland tries to win the draw, but he also doesn't worry about taking the man. Sometimes you're better just to skate through the player. And then on defense, you've got the defender is number 3. Otto Salin tries to stop Sikora getting to the net, and his stick is up around his head instead of being down on the ice. And there's one way to block players out. It's to put the stick in, and there's 2 seconds left. You can put the stick between their legs and just push them and hold them. They're not going to call a penalty because there's not enough time left, you wouldn't think. Well-executed play. You talk about it all the time, but you never really get the opportunity to either try it offensively in practice or defend against it. And it worked out in Slovakia's favor in that play.
The captain, Adam Sikora, getting his first goal of this tournament at the perfect time. Up until that point, yeah, it felt like this whole first period was a feeling out period between these two teams with, again, a lot on the line. It's a quarterfinal. For the Finns in particular, turning that puck over quite a bit, but it didn't really bite them. It wasn't like it was a turnover on that one and that they scored.
It didn't in that department that they didn't get scored against, but it did in the fact that it took away a lot of momentum, and it's really slowed the pace down for Finland, who tries to play a fast game face-off right off the start of the game. They took it right to the net. But this was a problem in last year's World Junior Championship. Defensemen making poor decisions and bad passes for Finland, and it's creeping into this game big time. This is multiple plays. These are all defensemen coming up the ice, turning the puck over, whether it's from behind their own net, whether it's in the neutral zone, whether it's in the offensive zone. That first pass is the most important pass out of your zone. Finland couldn't do it last year in Moncton. They're struggling to do it this year in this game especially. And if you're going to give the puck away to a team like Slovakia, who loves to turn their transition game into offensive opportunities, it's going to hurt you. Even your goaltender, Nicholas Koko, jumps into the play. And these are terrible giveaways. These are things, that's one period. That's a whole game's worth of giveaways in one period by Finland. They're going to have to change that because now Slovakia's got some confidence. Now Slovakia's going to have a harder push on their forecheck. They're going to be putting more pressure on the defense of Finland, and they're definitely going to be putting pressure on the goaltender when he steps out of the net. So not a very good period in the puck management department by Finland.
What else stood out to you in that first period, Dave?
I thought Slovakia did a really nice job of shutting things down in the neutral zone. Yes, they must have iced the puck 7-8 times, but the way Slovakia slowed down Finland and created turnovers through the neutral zone. If you can win the neutral zone game, you have a better chance of winning the game, because the neutral zone game is where the speed is developed through your opposition. If your opposition has speed in the neutral zone, they push your defense back into your zone. The opposition gains your blue line entry, and then all of a sudden their cycle game starts and you're stuck in your own zone. Slovakia has done a nice job against Finland of making sure that didn't happen in the first period. Yes, there were opportunities that Finland got through the neutral zone, but for the most part, Slovakia jammed it up very well. Now, Craig Ramsey has been involved with Slovakia for years, one of the best defensive forwards to ever play in the National Hockey League. Obviously, a little bit of Craig's work, who won a bronze in the Olympics, has trickled down into the lower levels and the minor league levels of Slovakia, or the junior levels, I should say, because their defensive posturing was excellent in the first period, and they were rewarded for a goal on their excellent defensive play throughout that period.
Fireworks to end the first period in this first of 4 quarterfinals in the day. Next up on the schedule, it's a big one. Canada taking on Czechia, the rematch of last year's gold medal game. It's all hands on deck.
1959 officially. The only goal of that opening period. There's the shots, 15-13 in favor of Finland. 28 faceoffs in that opening period. That's a lot of faceoffs. Turnovers in their own end. Finland needs to clean that up.
Well, they do, and I think Slovakia can look at this and say there's places we can take advantage. Maybe a little bit tentative at times, and now when you start to see, hey, let's put a little bit of pressure on them. Let's make it not so easy on Finland to be able to handle the puck and play with the puck. Now you're going to get some opportunities. I think it's an area that Slovakia can take full advantage of and exploit. And it was everybody. It was the forwards, it was the defensemen, and yeah, it was the goalie, Koko, as well. So you're looking for areas where you can kind of put a dent into your opponent. I think that's an area. Put some pressure on Finland, take advantage of their, what I think is, especially on the back end, on the blue line for the most part, they don't handle the puck very well.
That's kind of been an issue in Finland the last couple of World Junior Championships. A team that at times didn't handle the puck in its own end yet. He got knocked out in the quarterfinals last year by Sweden. And of course, 2 years ago, of course, in the summer tournament, lost in that bizarre game against Canada. Canada won gold, silver for Finland. The overtime goal by Ken Johnson, but it was the Mason McTavish play that will be the highlight of that tournament.
Aaron Kigoharu, who got hurt, he plays in the SM Liga. He would be on this team. He would be their best puck handler by a mile. He's born in 2006, Dennis. That's really the big, this age group, the 04s, 05s, don't have very many good, what I would call, good puck handling defensemen.
Kevin Sensis around the boards for Slovakia. Stopped along the line by Neiman. He tried to get that to the goal, turned away, and here comes Mashar. Mashar back in, takes it outside on Otto Salin, puts on the brakes, Swings it around for William Kemets. Josef William Kemets will chase this down in the corner. Now he'll backtrack. It comes back at the line as Ripchuk puts it back for Mishiak, who drives it back down low into the Finland zone. Pekarchuk is in after it and cleared away by Otto Salin, and now lifted up by Helenius back out to neutral ice. Kostamaki going after it for Finland. He'll leave it there for Niemann. Yanni Niemann will take this to the outside. Takes another bump on the play. Zapka trying to tie him up. Zapka will get some help from Dvorsky. Dvorsky couldn't clear. Kostamaki will get it back to the line and then get it back. Kostamaki's shot didn't get through. Mishiak takes the pass and sends it in. Koko stops it. Plays it up the boards. Kostamaki runs out of room. Samuel Hanzik trying to pull this out of the pile. Zelenka there as well. And sent around for Holtonen. Holtonen takes a bump. Kostamaki will get the center. Sends a backhander in. And Kostamaki, looking for a change, will jump over the boards and into the Finnish bench. This gets turned over on the line. Team scores! Tommy Menisto comes off the bench, takes the puck, and ties this game up 1-1.
Just a terrible turnover below the goal line. Slovakia throws it around blind. There's nobody there. Kasoya. And then Menisto just steps right in and right off the inside pad of Gayen. And it's 1-1 just like that.
Tommy Menisto gets his third of this World Junior Championship.
Turnover is one thing, not being strong on the boards, but there was no close on Menisto. Like, it was like they were going to watch him keep walking into the slot area. We saw Slovakia early in the second period create some chances with turnovers.
That's a big goal for Finland after the way the first period ended. Sturback. Kuchenberg into the slot, and the wrister from Caesar grabbed and held.
Menisto, and he just makes a little move. See where Zelenka is trying to get a block in. Menisto only has one goal at Michigan State. It's his second goal of this tournament.
Saw the reaction there from Captain Adam Sikora. He had that big goal late in the opening period. So it's jammed up in the corner. Finally, it does squirt loose. Lasila will play it in. Kamanao going after it, plays it back at the line. Kulnumi to the near side. Hulkinen will send it back in. Comes back. Hulkinen will skate this back out at center. Gets chased there by Petrovsky. And Hulkinen all the way back in behind his own net. Back for Ryan. Turns it over against Sturback and back for Sikora. Sikora leads for Sturback. Penalty coming up to Finland. Came to the side of the net, and now it will get touched. And the first power play of the game is going to go to Slovakia as Petrovsky took a high stick.
Behind the play.
Team Finland, number 15, minor penalty for high sticking.
Hulkinen was going into the wrong penalty box at first. Play happened right in the neutral zone. No play there. Stick comes up and catches Petrovsky.
Petrovsky leads this World Junior Championship in points with 9. has 5 goals, one of those 5 coming on the power play. Power play for Slovakia has been very good. Number 1 at the World Junior Championship so far at 43.7%, going 7 of 16. 17 opportunities. That is now the most at the World Junior Championship. And on a second attempt, it's not cleared. Dvorsky trying to get it out. Jammed there by Heiskanen. Comes around, chopped off the far side boards by Väisänen, and it does get down the ice. Finland on the penalty kill, they've killed 10 of 13, 76.9%. Coming into this quarterfinal game, Ripchuk. As it get all tied up in behind the net, Dvorsky finally back there to settle it down.
To me, Dennis, Slovakia is not recognizing that this blue line for Finland is in all kinds of trouble when they're putting pressure on them. Vegas gave the puck away 3 times. Couldn't get it down the ice. Put pressure on them.
Diane's going to come up and play this ahead for Philip Machar. He'll play it to open ice, no one there. But unable to handle it was Jan.02, who has that tying goal for Finland. Cleared down the ice. Koskapurdi hustling after it. He lost his footing and went down. And some room now for Machar. Machar, Petrovsky save made. As Koko got that right arm up on the chance for Servac Petrovsky. Controlled Machar, shot to the short side. That comes around. Petrovsky drops it back for Samuel Hanzik at the line for Kimmins and across for Machar. Machar will walk it in. Takes a look cross ice. Petrovsky was in too tight. He lost his footing and went down. On-man rush. Short-handed. No power play is now over. Jan.02 circles in the corner for Finland. Throws it in behind the Slovak net. Grabbed off and Mishiak will carry it out.
Twice in this game, we've seen Petrovsky lose his footing, getting up on one tire and falling down. It led to the Diemen breakaway in the first period and missed an opportunity to get a shot off on the power play there.
Vainiemi will dump this in for Finland. Play will get whistled down, though. So a 1-1 tie, 0 for 1 now on the power play for Slovakia, but a real good look for Servac Petrovsky as he gets that in the high slot. And a good right arm save made by Koko. .42 left to go, second period, 1-1 tie.
The Pepsi Zero Sugar NHL Goalie Challenge is free and easy to play. Every week, all season long, pick 3 teams and earn points based on teams' goalie performances. You could win NHL game tickets and other great prizes. Play at NHL.com/Pepsi Goalie Challenge.
There's nothing like the sound
and the impact of the NHL. NHL Network brings you all the tense moments, the big plays,
and everything about the game you can't get enough of.
Hockey Weekend on NHL Network.
Late goal in the first period for Slovakia. Goal early in the second period for Finland. And we are deadlocked 1-1 in game 1 of the quarterfinals. Otto Salin gets tied up in behind the net. Väisänen trying to jam this up the boards for Neiman. It's kept in by Slovakia. Running out of room on the far side, and it does get sent out at centers. Radosek Day couldn't keep that in the Finland end of the ice. Kaskimäki will get chased all the way back into his own zone. He'll dish it off there for Väisänen. Väisänen leaves it in behind his own net for Otto Salin in Los Angeles. 2022. Peskanaki will take the pass. The St. Louis pick. Clear flyer. Turned over and carried up as Slovakia. Now in on the attack, sent in by Sikora, but play gets whistled down. So the faceoff will come back to neutral ice.
This line of Petrovsky, Sikora, and Mashar, clearly their best line.
Here's a look at the goal late in the opening period. This is the clock that the referees got to look at. And as a result, after a look from the officials, the goal stood.
Much to our shock, based on what we saw with the clock coming in before the puck had crossed the goal line, but obviously a different timing mechanism for the review than what.
And lots goes into this. There was 1.7 seconds left. Did the clock start right at the drop of the puck with 1.7? Can what was done in 1.7 happen in 1.7? But the bottom line is it gave Slovakia the 1-0 lead. And Finland came back to tie it up, so we're back on it up. And this game continues here at Lundeberg Arena in Gothenburg. Buried in by Mashar, backdoor play, and it never quite hit the Petrovsky cleanly. Bounce back out at center. Onto the stick of Haminaho, and he'll send it in. Guyan turned it aside. Dvorsky is on the puck. Swings it cross ice. Play gets slowed down in the Slovak end. Stir back for Mashar. And Tokarczyk will deflect it in. Tokarczyk hustles in after it. Ends up back in the far corner. First on the puck is going to be Mishiak. Mishiak throws it back in behind the net for Tokarczyk. Tokarczyk got pinned to the backboards. He'll get some help from Dvorsky. Dalibor Dvorsky up top for Kimmets, and Kimmets' shot never got through. As Banistu got in front of it. Cleared back in, and now Finland on the regroup. Pressure on the far side, comes off a skate out at center. And now brought back in. Keskinen puts this in behind the net, taken now by Zakka. Boris Zakka's pass off the boards, that's intercepted. Kulanumi plays it back deep into the Slovak zone. Finland in on the forward check. Haltonen couldn't get a stick on it. Played around. On it is Väisänen. Plays it back to the blue line, and the long wrist shot from Haltonen is grabbed and held.
Mashar just feathers this puck in beautifully off the heel of Petrovsky. Mashar with the puck on his stick. We saw at the end of the first period that quick shot. Sikora picks it up. Mashar's been really dangerous with that puck on his stick. Shooting it, making plays, finding the seams.
Face-off win by Bow. Bow won 5 of 7 face-offs in the opening period. Size to his game, 6'5", 260. Arizona draft pick. Icing is called here against Finland. And the face-off will come back down the ice. Finland started with that 5-2 loss to Canada, and then the upset, first time ever, that Germany defeated Finland at a World Junior Tournament. 4-3 the final in that one. They regrouped and beat Latvia 4-0. And then maybe the upset the other way as undefeated sweep. A 5-4 shootout win for Finland. in that game. So Team USA, the only team that went through the preliminary round without the loss. Offside called at the line, and Team USA will play Latvia in our second quarter final game here at Lundeberg Arena.
I don't think there's any surprise that this game has been tight and competitive and not a lot of open ice play.
It's had its moments, but those moments have not been very consistent as far as the end-to-end play. Lots of face-offs, as we mentioned earlier. Sturback breaks this up in the neutral zone. Kuchenberg puts on the brakes. Back for Sturback and back for Kuchenberg. Kuchenberg trying to get it back for Sturback. And a good long stick there from Paskamaki to deflect that out of play, or out of the Finland zone. Right back in for Sturback and on for Kuchenberg. Off the stick and deep it goes. Peter Cesar in his first World Junior game for this tournament. Going after it on the far side. He got spilled. And the puck gets cleared up at center. Getting a bump on the play was Konsta Helenius. And a regroup now for Slovakia with Timmins. Timmins will take a solid jolt. Ryan running into him. Taken up at center and carried in by Lassila, sends it in deep. All the way around to the right point it comes. Karki hustled across, wouldn't keep it in. And then Karki on for Nakarainen. Nakarainen got knocked off the puck. Back up the ice for Meshar. Through for Petrovsky, and Sturback Petrovsky shot. That rattles off the leg of the defenseman, Kangas. Back in for Radovojevic. Tossed it in behind the net, came loose at the side of the net. Good down low play though to grab that off with Lassila. Cleared right back in. Some room now. Sturback Petrovsky puts on the brakes. On for Meshar. Meshar gets it back for Radovojevic. Back to Meshar. The shot that never got through. Meshar was going to leave it for Pasoya. Pasoya wasn't ready for it. So Meshar brought it to the middle of the ice and the shot got blocked. Radovojevic sends it on in center and Dvorsky will backhand it in. Terrific U18 for Dvorsky, off to a great start in the Ontario Hockey League this year. So far, 4 points in this World Junior Championship. Nishiak is down, and the referee is yelling at him to get up.
If he doesn't get up, there's going to be a penalty.
Well, he gets up, he gets knocked down again. Back at the line, Sturback let the shot go. And this is going to get called for a high stick. He will step aside. 7:08 left to go in the period as Manistu ties this game up earlier this period.
Today, they were undefeated in the preliminary round.
These guys can score at will.
They scored 29 goals in...
We are in Gothenburg, Sweden. Wish you a very happy New Year. 2024 has arrived. And for 4 teams today, January 2nd is going to be a good day. And for 4 teams today, January 2nd won't be that good of a day. It is quarterfinal Tuesday, the day that you lose and your World Junior Championship comes to an end. Holtonen gets it to the front of the net, unable to get a stick on it, was Miles. And it gets chopped on the far side out the center ice, carried in by Zlinka. Adam Zlinka trying to get it to the short side. Koko turned to the side. Zlinka stays on it, on for Peter Ripchik. And Ripchik gets pressured, sends it across for Cesar. Cesar getting pressured there by Bow. Looks for some open ice. Does the circle, lets the shot go to the short side. That goes off the leg of Kainiemi and wide. Held in at the line by Boris Zapka. Painiemi breaks it up in behind the net. Cesar pins him to the backboards. Otto Salen's going to try and dig it out of the pile. Salen then gets pressured there. Under 6 to go here in period number 2. Good pressure now on the forecheck by Slovakia. Salen gets bumped there for Kuchenberg. Across the journey into the pile for Finland, and finally it gets cleared. But this is going to be an icy call. Finland will not be allowed to change.
Put pressure on that blue line. Put pressure. Make them have to defend. They defend hard. They compete defensively, but with the puck, not very good. I mentioned it was David Pastrnak that scored with less than a second left. It was Tyler Toffoli versus the Boston Bruins in overtime. 0.9 seconds. He scored the goal. So 1.7 is completely possible.
Lots can happen, and we saw that. Bayshard started that with a shot right off the faceoff. Radivojevic gets this down to the goal line. Sikora gets it back for Radivojevic. Radivojevic got pressure, plays it back down low. Sikora's after it, cleared. This will slip by Radivojevic. He'll hustle back to neutral ice on for Sikora. Sikora for Servac Petrovsky. Petrovsky goes cross ice for Mayshard. Mayshard drops it for Sturback. Sturback takes a look, lets it go. He was looking at that far corner. Shot never got through. Sturback on it again. Sturback lets it go. This dings off the crossbar. Through some traffic. Not sure Coco saw it. And lifted out of harm's way and back out to center ice by Painiemi.
Well, he heard it.
Yep.
May not have seen it, but he heard it.
Finland back on the regroup. So a little bit more offensive zone time here. The last 6-7 minutes for Slovakia. This gets lifted in by Otto Salen. Back to the line for Karki. The shot never got it through. Dalibor Dvorsky on for Pekarchik. Ahead for Martin Mishiak. Mishiak has to wait for the bouncing puck to come down. Cleared it out, but it's brought right back in by Neiman. Yanni Neiman to the blue line. It comes. Kangas with the shot off the leg and wide. Karki has it on the far side. Karki takes a look, lets the shot go. That comes to the near side boards. Mishiak couldn't get there ahead of Kaskanaki. And now some offensive zone time for Finland. Lassila back to the line. Karki back for Lassila. Aminaho turned over in behind the net. Mishiak will send it off a stick and down the ice, but this is going to be an icing call. And the face-off will come all the way back.
Martin Sturback looking, where can I get the puck through? Where can I get the puck through? And he just lofts it to the net. It went off the shoulder, then off the pipe, off the bar. So Kakko saw it.
Just got enough of it. Sturback, a goal and 6 points so far at this World Junior Championship. Rookie at Michigan State. And a big-time player.
Yes, he is.
They'll do the face-off honors all over again. A Buffalo draft pick in the 2023 draft out of Sioux Falls of the USHL. Played 4 years in Finland with Jokerit. Narkarainen up with the loose puck. Came back to the line and a mishandle there by Pulkkinen. You get to try it again. Pulkkinen. Narkarainen trying to work his way around Sturback. Played it across. Lassila couldn't get a stick on it. Now the puck comes up, catches David Nantny, and Nantny is down, and now play is going to get called. Was it a puck or was it friendly fire from his teammate's stick? So David Nantny's shaken up, and there it is right there. Mishiak's stick.
NHL Network Showcase Saturday.
The squad from...
So here's what happens
Finland
to
number 2
David
has been assessed
Nantny.
a double minor for high sticking. The play is under review.
They've called a double minor for high sticking, and they're going to review the play. So this is going to get overturned. He makes his way back to the dressing room, or did during the commercial break. And then a couple seconds after that, we saw the Czech doctor come running from the stands, or the Slovak doctor may come running from the stands. There's the play right there. It's clearly the stick of Martin Mishiak. So this should not be a long review at all.
I'll take your word for it, Dennis. We've seen some reviews that shouldn't take long. We've seen some reviews that maybe you would think they would take a little more time, that they haven't. I guess it's just in their own minds. Make sure you're feeling the right call.
After review, it was determined that it was a Slovakia player's stick, that high stick, his own player, no penalty.
Thank you, Mark Pierce. And there will not be a power play out of all of that. And Nantny has gone to the Slovak dressing room and will need some repairs. Did not play the last game. Peter Cesar is in the lineup tonight, his first game, or today, for Slovakia. Adam Chernak is out due to injury. Slovakia coming off the 10-2 loss to Team USA, deceiving score. It was 3-2, 18 minutes into the second period. And the story to that point had been Trey Augustine, who was brilliant in goal for Team USA. And then Team USA got two quick ones from that explosive offense. There's Holtman who can fire it, and a save made. And then they scored 5 unanswered in the third period. Back in across for Philip Machar. Machar tried to get this back at the blue line for Zaka, intercepted. And Kasper Holttunen will carry it in. Holttunen drives the net. Where is it? Ends up in behind the net. Keskinen circles up top. Keskinen has it knocked off his stick by Machar, then gets squeezed out. And Machar's pass up the middle, and the puck jumps on Servac Petrovsky. And now Petrovsky will go to the bench for the change. And Finland on the regroup. 92 seconds now left to go here in the second period. Emil Hemming battles for it on the far side. Back to the line it comes, and this will get kicked out. And a chance for Koskela, man rush into the slot, and the pass was in behind Machar. And Finland back in on the attack. Hemming trying to get that one through, and it got blocked. Thrown in behind the net, and now Machar's on it. Machar bounces it up at center. Samuel Honzik leaves it for Ripchick. Ripchick the shot, and Honzik takes a whack at the rebound. And Coco makes the save, and he will hang on to it. Puck seems to be bouncing around a lot in this game.
Kasper Holttunen against Zapka, smaller defender, and Holttunen ends up on his back heels, and he unable to really drive in, trying to get it up and over the right shoulder of Guyan. Another play. Honzik pushes it ahead for Ripchick, and then Honzik can't get to the net. Just the puck was sitting there. Honzik just not late, he just timing didn't work out for him.
Kasper Holttunen, 3 goals and 6 points in this tournament, has 20 goals in 28 games with London of the OHL. 12 of the 20 have come on the power play, and in the OHL. Back to the line it comes, and Pulkkinen lets the shot go turned aside. Paskanaki gets it back at the line. Guyan down on the short side. Paskanaki's after it. Moshko plays it away from him. Sturbak is after it. Sturbak gets tied up there. Going down was Helenius. And now it's clear all the way down the ice. And this will be an icing call as Moshko sends it the length of the ice. Dalibor Dvorsky, who has been very good in the face-off department, will be asked to win a big one in his own zone here with 6.6 seconds.
Lassila with the tip down, and Guyan keeping that pad in good position to block it.
Keskinen gets it back. Short side try. Guyan down as Kulanumi put that to the paint. And Guyan finds it before a Finland player could find it. And tempers get a little short here late in the second period.
Playing the Little Eagles in the building, take it easy. I don't know if that's a message to the players.
Maybe.
Face-off play again. Just a quick play here by Kulanumi, throwing it into the pads. Moshko in a good position, blocking out. So there's 0.7 seconds left in the period, Dennis, and I would suggest that despite the fact that Toffoli did it with 0.9, 7 might be pushing it.
I think there's some discussion as to where this face-off should be after the scrum that brought everybody deep into the zone. So it's going to be Consta Helenius, a right-handed shot, is going to try to get one right off the face-off, and this reflects off a stick and ends up in the corner as he took the face-off against Ripchick. And the second period comes to an end, so we'll go late in the first period by Slovakia and a goal early in the second period by Finland. And we have a 1-1 tie, 40 minutes done. Dave and Laura are up next.
We're all tied up 1-1. Kasper Halttunen leads this team, Finland, with 6 points. Let's hear now from the London Knight. He's with Dennis.
Correct to say that your team has gotten better as this tournament has progressed?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the first two games they were not very good for us, but you know, the last two games we played pretty good, and you know, obviously the win against Sweden was pretty good for us and a huge win for us. So we're just gonna keep it going here for the last 20.
Is it always a little extra when you beat Sweden?
Yeah, of course. I mean, for us, it's the biggest rivalry that there is. So it's always fun to win them.
Take us through this game.
I mean, you know, obviously Slovakia is a pretty good team, and we gotta be ready for those counter attacks, and you know, just gotta keep going and trust our system, and you know, the goals will come.
Good luck in the third.
Thank you very much.
I'm back inside the studio here with Dave and Laura. And, you know, for Team Finland, you couldn't blame if they were a little shell-shocked coming out of that first period where, you know, the Slovaks scored with, 0.2 seconds left on the clock. But it was about the response from the Finns. You know, not even 2.5 minutes into this period, and they got that tying goal.
The Finns have always been that country that nothing seemed to faze them. Their game plan was their game plan, and we're seeing it on perfect display in this situation. And it's a mistake along the boards. And it's Peter Repchik gets the puck by him on the boards. Now, he's a winger. He should be sprinting at the eventual goal scorer, Ministo, but he doesn't. Now, Craig talked about a giveaway. I don't consider this a giveaway. I consider this a poor play on the boards. As a winger, you prefer to be up around the top of the circle to pick these passes up. If you start slipping down, and that's exactly what Repchik did, he was down at the hash mark. If you miss this, you have a long way to go before you get to the player. And usually it's the defenseman who gets that puck up on the blue line. But because of the change, it ended up the defenseman was in behind. It was a forward. If the winger's higher on the boards, you have a better chance of getting to the player if you miss the puck and stopping a shot to the net. And this is the minute, I suppose, errors that you can make in a game. And there's not a lot of room for these errors. And it wasn't a big error, but it ended up costing him a goal. It's a 1-1 game, and there really hasn't been too many scoring chances throughout this game. It's a very, very well-played defensive game. Doesn't make for great television and hockey to watch, but it's been a very well-played game by both teams.
And the intensity that we were expecting, considering this is a quarterfinal. The preliminary round is in the rearview mirror now. And yeah, defensive battle between these two teams. And I guess moving forward now, if it kind of stays this way, does one team have the advantage?
Well, I would think that the advantage, if this stays like this, would probably be go to Slovakia because they've got maybe more depth of scoring. But right now, nobody can get near the net. Everything is being played on the outside. Both teams are playing very strong within the house, within the dots. And this is a perfect example of it. The goal, I think this game is going to be determined by a play such as this. A shot to the net and a crazy bounce. And I don't even think a rebound goal is going to go in because the coverage is so strong. Outside shots seem to be what's working. The low play to high and a shot and get bodies to the net if you can get to the net. But both teams are defending extremely well. And again, it doesn't make for great hockey or great to watch, but in this situation, you're in a quarterfinal. Neither team wants to make a mistake. There was really just the one poor mistake. Yes, there are giveaways, but I don't consider those mistakes. A giveaway is a poor play with the puck. A mistake is when the puck comes up the boards and you're not strong on it and you miss that play. Not a lot of mistakes in this game. It's a very well-played game. I think we're going to see this game end with a shot from the point, a screen shot that goes in. We almost saw one of those, or a crazy deflection off the rear end of one of the players. And that's going to determine the team that's going to be out of the tournament and the team that's moving on to the semifinal.
I feel like we've just seen a glimpse into the future. We'll keep that clip, we'll tape it, and then when that happens, we'll play it back, and Dave will look like a genius once again. We have reached that time of the intermission. Craig Button will join me next from Gothenburg as we look ahead to Canada and Czechia, the second quarterfinal of the day.
And a wide difference in shots on goal from the first period to the second period as it did tighten up. Craig, despite the fact that they did tighten up, there were still some chances.
Yeah, there were, but I mean, that was a low event period. And so we were trying to find some examples of some opportunities for each of these teams. Slovakia, there was a few in and around the net. You get the puck around the net into the goaltender's feet. You try to get there, but the defense, the urgency, the determination to try to keep the pucks away, that was in the first period by Meshar. That was a good shot by Haltinen off the faceoff. We saw the breakaway, but we have not seen these top-end scoring chances. They've been close, but certainly not what you would call numerous. There hasn't been end-to-end action. It's a 1-1 game in a quarterfinal, and these teams, to say they have played it close to the vest, I think would be the best way to describe it.
So the third period is underway. The winner of this game will advance and play for a medal. And for the loser of this game, the World Junior Championship will come to an end. Servac Petrovsky will chop this in. Puck right back up at center ice. Sent in by Lassila. Around the boards. Haminaho is going to hold this in for Finland. Back in behind the net. Petrovsky's after it. Lassila centered in front. Scores! Haminaho takes the centering pass. Gets this past Gajan. And early in the third period, Finland has a 2-1 lead.
Finland applying pressure. There's one player you don't want to have with the puck. It's another turnover by Moshko. And underneath a really nice play, and then Lassila, another play to bump the Slovakia player off the puck. Haminaho, this is not the player, if you're Slovakia, you want to see in front of the net. He's got excellent hands. He opens up Gajan, nice patience, and he has the full 4x6 to put it wherever he wants. Turnover by Slovakia, pressure down low to create a turnover, to create the puck advantage. Another forecheck by Lassila. Beautiful pass to Haminaho. 2-1 Finland.
Second of the tournament for the New Jersey draft pick, who plays Liga in Asat. And for the first time in this game, Finland has the lead. Goal by Adam Sikora late in the opening period. A 1-0 lead after 20 minutes for Slovakia. And then the goal by Tommy Manistu early in the second period that tied the game. And now Finland with a 2-1 lead here on that marker. So Slovakia, Radovojevic trying to work it out of the corner. Luka Radovojevic plays it back to the line. Ripchik trying to bust it through. 3 goals in the tournament for Ripchik. Penalty coming up to Finland as Ripchik took a bit of a high stick. Radovojevic, the cross-ice pass. Niemann gets a stick on this. Play whistle down, and Finland will go to the power play for the second time in this game. Slovakia will go to the power play for
Finland
the second
number 10, minor penalty, high sticking.
There's the high stick.
Painiemi to the penalty box, and the power play that has been very good in this tournament for Slovakia, with a chance to draw even here in the third period. And a big face-off win by Petrovsky for Meshar, for Kemitz, and on for Petrovsky. Petrovsky getting pressured on the far side, trying to lose the checking of Lassila. Back for Kemitz and on for Meshar. Meshar tried to shovel a backhander, but it's turned over on the attempted clear by Bow. Kemitz, Petrovsky walks it in. Glove save made by Koko.
Finland may not have a lot of high-end skill on this team, but they still know how to play as a unit and as a team. If you're going to try to make backhand passes through the box on a penalty kill, they're too good. They understand we're not going to create openings for yourself. Koko has a clear view of this shot. I mean, Misiak's got to stop in front of the net. I mean, he takes himself, he goes, oh, maybe I'll stand on this side of the net. The only thing Misiak didn't do was tap Koko on the pads for making a nice save.
Sikora, short side high, and that goes up and out of play as the captain trying to get his second of the game.
The game is hard. The game demands that you're ready to pay a price in the hard areas. That's what it's going to take. We saw that from Slovakia through the course of the tournament. That's what they're going to have to do here. They want to get this game back onto even terms.
10 Slovakian players in their third World Junior Championship. To the front of the net it comes and knocked away before Ripchik could get a shot away. Pekarchuk goes cross ice, and a one-timer by Dvorsky, and that missed. Sturback, Pekarchuk, and back for Sturback. On it goes Dvorsky, rattles, one save made. Rebound to the boards and off the boards. Grabbed by Keskinen, and he'll slide it back to neutral ice. Right back in Pekarchuk. Pekarchuk stripped to the puck by the big defenseman Pulkkinen, and this will get lifted down the ice. Sturback hustles back. 30 seconds now left in the power play. Dalibor Dvorsky on for Ripchik. Ripchik will drop it for Sturback. Plays it for Hanzik. Back for Ripchik. Ripchik off the corner, in front for Hanzik. Brought it to the forehand. Koko down, and Koko may have made a real good save there on Hanzik. Power play now over. Kuchenberg skates after a loose puck. Kuchenberg to the backboards. Kulanumi slips it to the far side. Kaskamaki up the boards. And Helenius will settle this down. Play it back into his own zone, and Finland now on the regroup. 4 minutes gone, third period. And Finland a perfect 2 for 2 in this game on the penalty kill. Caesar trying to steal. R2 Karki plays it in behind his own net for his defense partner, Kulanumi. He leads all Finland players in ice time after 2 periods at just under 15.5. Not a surprise, Maxim Sturbak leads all players in ice time coming into this 3rd period at over 18 minutes. Intercepted at center. Haminaho, who has the goal-ahead goal here in the 3rd, sends it all the way back down the ice. Canada and Czechia at the bottom of the hour. And then back here for USA and Latvia. Tense moments, I'm sure, for the Latvians as Canada and Germany were tied up midway through the 3rd period. In a game that Latvia needed Canada to win in regulation. Carried through, Haminaho takes it in on the backhand. Save made by Guyan. Boy, it's opened up a few times in this game for him. Bayshar carries back. Bayshar with the shot to the short side and a save made.
I mean, Haminaho, boy, has he been skating. We've seen him find his way into the scoring area a few times. Just knifing. He's got them on the board here in this 3rd period to give him a 2-1 lead. That's what happens when you start playing back on your heels. I mean, Haminaho
off the face-off. Servac Petrovsky ripped that one wide. This gets cleared up at center. Back in across the line, Hultinen. Back to the blue line, Väisänen. Dishes it back, that ticked off the outside of the net. David Nanty back out after taking some repairs. He took a stick from Mishiak, his teammate, up high late in the 2nd period. Salin will play this to the far corner. Sturbak is after it on for Mayshar. Mayshar drops it back in a player change. Complete player change now as far as the forward unit is concerned, coming for Slovakia.
Petrovsky had the right chance in the slot.
Dalibor Dvorsky winds it in on for Pekarchuk. Pekarchuk gets this back at the line, quick shot. Koko down on the short side as Radovojevic got it through. Scramble on the far side. And this gets dumped out at center. Pisoya back into his own zone. Radovojevic comes rink wide for Mishiak. Martin Mishiak down for Dalibor Dvorsky. Dvorsky being watched on the play by Pulkkinen. Back to the blue line it comes. Radovojevic will bounce it back in deep. Off the corner boards, Pekarchuk. Takes it behind the Finland net. Center, scores! Dalibor Dvorsky got a 2nd try after Koko made the 1st stop, and Dvorsky has knotted this game up at 2.
You're right, Pekarchuk. This is a work shift. They stay up on the play, they put pressure. There's Pekarchuk, makes a quick little turn inside, stays on the puck, and then what a perfect pass to Dvorsky. The first save by Kakko, but not the second, as Dvorsky stays right on the play, gets the rebound, and it's 2-2 just like that.
3rd of the tournament and none bigger for the star of the U18s for Slovakia, Dalibor Dvorsky.
Radovojevic made a good play at the blue line too. I was going to say earlier, when you start playing back, it gives your opponent the chance to get speed underneath. We saw that on that chance by Haminaho, but Radovojevic stayed right up on the play in front of the blue line to make sure that puck stayed back in the offensive zone. That's playing on your toes.
But you're right, a good shift for Juraj Pekarchuk. Pekarchuk part of that U18 team as well. He had 10 points in 7 games and a huge assist there. And Dvorsky has tied this game up. Off the corner boards, and now the first power play of the game coming for Finland. 2-2, Finland and Slovakia here in the third period.
Tough one to take.
First power play of the game for Finland. Finland's power play at this World Junior Championship, 5 for 16, 31.2%. On the penalty kill, Slovakia's penalty kill third best in this World Junior Championship. They've killed 15 of 17, 88.2%. They have also scored a couple of shorthanded goals. Back to the line it comes. Keskinen plays it across. One-timer save made as Holtonen unloaded from that far side. Kasper Holtonen.
That's a big save by Guyan off of a big shot by Holtonen.
It's jammed up in the corner. Finally comes loose, but grabbed off by Hanzik. Hanzik short-handed. He is forced to the outside. Kulanumi ties him up on the backboards. Sikora is in there looking for a loose puck. Keskinen on the near side, and Keskinen comes up with it. Keskinen, once that drops, Sikora almost got a stick in the way. Taskamaki will drop it back into his own end, and Karki with the long drop, and finally brought in by the youngster Hellenius. He throws this cross ice, and it comes all the way around the boards and out the center. Haminao back into his own end. Hellenius dishes it off. Kaskamaki trying to get his way through. Neiman follows up. Neiman for Hellenius for Karki up top. Karki cross ice. Haminao, the shot blocked, the rebound wide. One shot on that power play for Finland, and it's chipped off the boards by Kuchenberg and down the ice.
Sturbeck with the big shot block, stepping right out.
Into the back half of period number 3. Taken off the backboards by Kimmets. Comes off the sideboards and taken through center by Boris Sopkin. He'll send it in. Slovakia in on the forecheck with Pekarchuk. Plays this in behind the net. Samuel Hanzik is on the loose puck. Pekarchuk drives it to the short side. Comes off the backboards. Hanzik in on the forecheck. He'll knock it loose for Dvorsky. Dvorsky tried to get it back to Kimmets. Intercepted and cleared out the center. Finland will try it again. Väisänen plays it on through the middle of the ice. Lassila with the shot, and Guyan down, and play will get whistled down. 8:56 left to go. Maxim Sturback, there's the block that Craig Button was talking about. Canada and Czechia, the 2024 World Junior Championship right here on TSN. Last 11 years, Canada 5 gold medals, USA and Finland, each with 3 gold medals over that span. Cleared back into the corner. Into the slot it comes, and unable to control that cleanly was Philip Machar. Lassila dumps it in. Haminaho after it. Tied up in the corner. Radovojevic trying to get a stick on it. Almost puck at the side of the net there for Lassila. Now he does come up with it. And he'll knife the backhander back low. Radovojevic turns quickly against the traffic. sends it on for Sikora. His rink-wide pass picked off by Hellenius, who comes off the bench. Machar goes across and trying to rub out Hellenius. Hellenius triple teamed on the far side. And the puck ahead for Adam Sikora. Sikora will send it in. After it is Otto Salin. Skates it right back up the ice, but gets stopped at center. Nantley trying to block it. It's back in. Pekarchuk giving chase on Neiman. Ties him up. Spills him into the backboards. Otto Salin drops it back. Hellenius the shot. Save made Guyan.
Battle down low. Neiman, the big man, and Hellenius just gets up top. And Guyan's got to fight through this. Make sure he gets an eye on it. There's a little look, an attempted tip by Neiman. I don't think. Oh, he did get a little bit of it on the heel. Solid goaltending looks even more solid after you see the little deflection. Adam Guyan has been terrific for Slovakia. From the first second of this tournament, he is a model of strength and consistency in the Slovakia net.
Kuchenberg trying to take this to the net. Guyan came into the game with a save percentage of .934. His save percentage of .935 last year was the best at the World Junior Championship. He was a late add to the Slovakian roster last year and was brilliant for them. Peter Repchik lets the shot go. Koko makes the stop. And we'll get a stoppage of play with 6:52 left in regulation.
I think this is where Slovakia can get an advantage. Specifically with this top line of Petrovsky, Machar, and Sikora. But even with the way their blue line plays and the way they can maneuver and move around the offensive zone, I don't see the same ability from Finland. If there's any edge to be found here late in the third period in a 2-2 game, I think that's where Slovakia can find it.
Slovakia went to extra time in the quarterfinal last year against Canada before getting Connor Bedarded in overtime. Finland, Aminau carries in, lets the wrist shot go, sails way wide. Zerdak Petrovsky trying to chop at it and knock it out, can't. And a regroup now for Slovakia. On for Machar and on for Petrovsky. Petrovsky trying to dump it deep, wanting a change, doesn't get it deep. But Finland will take it all the way back into its own zone. Kunalui plays this on Kaskamaki. Kaskamaki dumps it into the high slot. Karki back for Kaskamaki. Save. Kaskamaki pokes it back to the line. Kangas with the long wrister that sailed wide. Taken off the corner boards and shoveled out to center ice. Kalle Kangas gets it to center no further, and it's sent right back in. Arttu Karki. A couple of assists in the tournament for him. But his pass intercepted and cleared right back in. Neiman trying to get a handle on it. Neiman gets a little bit of help. Hellenius got knocked down at center. Kaskamaki there to lend support, and he'll carry it in. Kaskamaki on for Karki from the line. The shot blocked. Rebound. Neiman, sharp angle. And Guyan down, makes the save, and hang on to it. 5:15 left in regulation in a 2-2 tie. Nervousness, no doubt, as Finland and Slovakia get quarterfinal Tuesday going off the faceoff, off the goalpost. Nurkarainen that close to giving Finland the lead. Kuchenberg trying to get this out of his own zone, does. Taking that center, Hokanen. And this will get rattled around the boards. Petrovsky will play it back into his own zone. And Narkarainen makes his way back to the bench. Narkarainen with a terrific opportunity. Mayshard to center, trying to get it deep, and got blocked at the line. Taken down at center was Hultinen. Play goes on. Salin trying to get some room down that left side in front of the Slovakian bench. Not much happening there. Back to the near side, and Kasper Hultinen will send it in. Controlled on the far side boards, and then a good poke check there by Pasoya, and cleared in by Sikora. Sikora pinned to the boards. The puck is in behind the net. Kuchenberg is on it. Roman Kuchenberg throws a cross-ice pass. Skirback. Or rather, Dvorsky back to the front of the net. It comes. Taken by Skirback. Lets the shot go. That got turned aside. David Nantny jumps on the loose puck. Nantny. Dvorsky. Tokarchuk heads to the front of the net. Nantny. And his stick breaks. Has to be careful with the good play by Nantny. Not only did he prevent an odd man rush, but he kicks it back deep into the Finland zone.
Got a pretty good football club here in Gothenburg for Ludda. Nantny, not going to be a member of that team, but showing off a little bit on footy.
That was a big play because it could have been dangerous. Under 3 now to go. Hellenius swings it for Neiman. Neiman will play it deep. William Kemitz around the boards. Ripchick will stuff this down the right side wall. Finland on the regroup to settle it down. Univaisinen will leave it. Taken by Kalle Kangas. Kangas back for Vaisinen. Hits the red line. Chips it in deep. Lassila goes in after it. Onto the stick of Haminu. All around it. Comes to the left side, and a chance there for Lassila. Haminu after it behind the net. Tied up there with Pasoya. Haminu centers, and that ends up in the glove of Gajan. And Gajan will hang on to it.
Right off the face-off, Narkarainen has a really good opportunity. The puck just kind of comes to him, and then he's in close on the knees. And a backhand off the inside of the post. Did it even nick the far post, Dennis? So it goes post. Francois Larry made a presentation about beveling the post a number of years ago. He said he'd get more goals. The goalies wouldn't be happy about it. I'm surprised Francois Larry was advocating for it.
Trying to protect the goaltender union. Into the final couple of minutes, Dalibor Dvorsky will send this one in, and it's off a stick. And up and down a play as a country, Slovakia does have a gold medal in IIHF competition. It happened here in this city, not this rink, but in this city at a world championship back in 2002. Slovakia winning gold. Right now, Slovakia just trying to get into the medal round. Petrovsky back out with Sikora and Mayshard. And a face-off win by Hellenius, and Finland will carry out. Skirback is after it, pressured by Hellenius. Hellenius knocks him down. Shot scores! Kaskanaki! On some good work by Hellenius. And Finland has taken a 3-2 lead.
It's a big-time battle. The puck ends up, and Skirback and Hellenius are in that body-on-body battle, and Hellenius does just enough to knock Skirback off and to retrieve the puck. And then Kaskamaki gets himself into the perfect spot. Konsta Hellenius delivers the perfect pass. There's the play, just enough. Skirback trying to twists off of the check. Kalenia stays right on the puck, knows exactly where Koskamaki is. 3-2 with 1:34 left in the third period.
Alex and Terry Koskamaki, a St. Louis draft pick, gets his second of this World Junior Championship. And how big that goal will be, we will find out in the next 94 seconds. Finland had the 3-2 lead earlier in the period. Down the board, Dvorsky tied it. And now Koskamaki has put Finland in front. We'll keep an eye on Adam Gajan as Slovakia dumps it in. And this comes all the way back down the ice, and Slovakia will get the face-off deep in the Finland zone and a chance to pull Adam Gajan.
Sturback feels the body and he tries to twist off of it, but Kalenia still is in a position where he can jump onto that puck. It's not just his ability to fight through that check, but also get to the puck, know exactly where Koskamaki is, and just a beautiful pass. I don't think Gajan will be staying in the net.
He's still there.
He is. You got an offensive zone face-off. I don't think you can wait here to see if you win the face-off.
I agree.
You need an extra player out there. Well, there's 6 skaters coming out, so Gajan.
Yeah. Ivan Finesh is giving him the wave now. Jussi Jokinen, longtime NHLer and assistant coach with Finland. Both he and head coach Lauri Mikkola out of the Karpat system. Dalibor Dvorsky will take the face-off against Jiri Lassila. 6 attackers for Slovakia. Snapped off the boards by Nakarainen and wide. And another icing call. Finland trying to get back to the medal round after missing out last year. Bronze in 21, silver in 22 after gold in 19 for Finland. This gets played back around the boards. It'll be another icing call.
Keep winning the face-offs and you're not going to have any problem taking these icings.
18 more times if they do that.
Might be the best move, the way the Finnish defenseman handled the puck. Just pound it out of the zone.
Off the corner boards for Sikora. Hanzik gets it free for Mashar. Philip Mashar, Sturback. Cross for Petrovsky, back for Sturback. Mashar, walks, look at shot, scores! Philip Mashar! 43.1 seconds left, and Slovakia has tied this game up.
There's no quit in that team. Looks like Kokov has a clear look at this shot. But again, enough traffic in front. Hanzik moving with him, but it clears up for Kakko, and Kakko knows he missed it. You can see the reaction of Kakko. He misses it, and it's a 3-3 game.
Petrovsky waves a stick at it, but it's a shot from Mashar that is labeled. Smiles all around for Slovakia, and why not?
43.1. Jussi Jokinen is discussing with the referee.
Mashar from Sturback and Dalibor Dvorsky. The scoring play. Well, if this is any indication what today's quarterfinal games are going to be, hockey fans are in for a good day. Bouncing puck cleared back in, icing waved off. Paniemi will leave it, and Kangas will clear it in. Off the quarter boards for Kemetz. Kemetz gets them down. Low help there from Zapka. Played around for Sikora. Sikora will get to the red line. Chips it off the boards and goes in after it. Sikora to the near side it comes. And Slovakia and Finland will go to overtime. Tying goal from Philip Meshar. Overtime when we come back to Gothenburg. So it is a 10-minute 3-on-3 overtime. Only goal of the first period came late as Adam Sikora at the buzzer.
And then early in the second period, Finland gets on the board. And Stowe from Michigan State finishes it off.
Finland does take the lead in the second period as Haminaho gets a backhander through.
The Pekarczyk goes to work. Dvorsky stays on the rebound. Nice play by Helenius, setting up Paskamaki with 1:34 left. And then Philip Meshar.
So to overtime we go. Paskamaki with a huge goal for Finland. Canada, Czechia underway in the other one of the other quarterfinal games today.
Don't leave this game. This game's in overtime. That's only early in that game. You can rewind it a little bit.
Well, some nervous young men out there. Some nervous older men as well. This is what quarterfinals are all about. Fortunately or unfortunately, whichever way you want to look at it. The day where if you lose, you're done. Neiman back into his own end. Leaves it there for Otto Salem. Salem will draw it back. Lassila works it in. Lassila in on goal, scores! Jiri Lassila in overtime early. 24 seconds in. Finland will advance to the medal round.
Wow. Lassila is a heartbeat player for this team. And he sees a clear opening and he never hesitated. Slovakia just wasn't able to get it sorted out. 4-on-4. And Lassila picks it up and he is gone. You can see where Petrosky's looking for a little bit of help. He has none. And the speed of which he comes. There's Petrosky right there, and Lassila recognizes it, steps in behind Sturback, and it ends that quickly.
Jiri Lassila, the captain of this Finnish team, his third goal of this World Junior Championship, and a huge one comes in overtime as Finland eliminates Slovakia.
10 players that were participating in their third World Junior tournament together. Dvorsky can come back and play. Sturback can come back and play. There's massive disappointment.
So the quarterfinals get underway. Game one in the books. Finland defeats Slovakia by a score of 3-2. Canada and Czechia as we send you to Gord Miller and Mike Johnson.
The player of the game.
Before we get you to Scandinavium, yes, for Canada and Czechia, just a reminder of the 2 other quarterfinals still to come here on this Tuesday. A couple of gold medal contenders, the U.S. and Sweden, while Latvia and Switzerland hoping to pull off some upsets. 11 a.m. Eastern is when we've got our next game here with Dave and myself. But yes, more heartbreak for Slovakia in the quarterfinals, while Finland hitting their stride at just the right time. Thanks for watching our continuing coverage of these World Juniors from Gothenburg, Sweden.